Hello everyone! Welcome to Usapang Pamilya with Anatoline and Crisanta. Well, mga batang 90s na agaya namin, naalala niyo pa ba yung movie Magic Temple?
Yeah, alam ko maraming nag-aabang sa atin ngayon kasi we have been posting this
Yes!
for a while. So, mamaya we are going to have a kwentuhan with Junell
Navarro
Navarro.
Hernando, aka Sambag, ng Magic Temple at
Yes.
marami pang movies, okay?
So, of course, we're not going to make it any further.
Yes!
We're going to welcome Junell Hernando.
Aka Sambag. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, Janelle.
Yes.
At sa mga viewers natin, good evening of
Good
course.
evening sa mga taga...
Hello! Magandang gabi sa inyo, di ba? Gabi, 9 p.m. Sana gising pa lahat. Pero kung gusto nyong matulugan kami, okay lang. Pero good evening po sa inyo.
Gising na gising sila, Jonel, kasi hinihintay ka talaga ng mga
Talaga.
Philippines. Napakatagal
Nice.
na. We're excited to see you and to makipagkwentuhan ngayong gabi.
And to know what's happening with you. Kasi
Yes.
alam ko marami akong mga kabatch dito, mga batang
Aha.
90
Yes.
Yes.
who are really excited to see you again.
Sa-
Na-in-love kami sa palabas.
Yes.
Actually, the Magic
The Magic
Temple is just one of your shows, no? I mean, movies.
Opo, yeah. So, nung nag-artista ako sa Pilipinas, gumawa ako total na 9 na pelikula. Yeah, yung mga iba hindi ko nababanggitin, hindi ko na ipapaalala kasi hindi ako proud. Hindi naman joke. Pero yeah, 9 movies po yung total na pelikula na nagawa ko po nung nandyan ako, nung bata. Nagsimula ako mga 10 years old, 11, sa Baby Love. Sa Baguio namin yun sinut. Alam ko taga Baguio po kayo. Yeah, yung Baby Love, yung mga bata nagkasal-kasalan. Tapos hanggang 15 years old yung last movie ko po na ginawa. Kasi yun yung time na nag-migrate na yung ako kasama yung family ko sa Utah. Nawala po kayo
Nawala ka sa showbiz noong nag-migrate na kayo dyan sa Salt Lake City.
sa US. Opo, yeah. So yun po yung last na pelikula ginawa ko is sa Piling ng Aswang with Maricel Soriano. Hindi ko alam kung napanood po ninyo yun. Pero aswang po ako doon.
With
Yeah.
Gardo Sosa.
And
Yes,
as I
Gardo Versosa, yeah. Mhm.
Andres,
Yeah, you are the young Andres Bonifacio.
Sino po yun?
Ay, I think sa isang ABS-CBN.
Oh, TV show. Yeah, naging, yeah. Nung mas bata pa ako nun, yeah. Nag-guest ako nun.
yeah,
So,
wow. Before we ask you about your memories, no, sa iyong mga pelikula, we would like to greet, of course, yung ating mga viewers. Good evening. Kay
Yeah,
Lynn
good evening po lahat.
Abalon. Good evening po sa inyo and kay Lodi Junel. I think you have a new name ngayon,
Yeah,
Lodi
Lodi.
Junel.
Yan kasi tawag nila sa akin sa Samahang lockdown. Makes me feel uncomfortable. Pero wala akong magawa. Yun daw yung gusto nilang itawag sa akin. Pero,
Okay, so si Carlota.
hello, Lynn.
Thank you for watching.
So, can you tell us, ano po yung pinagkakabalahan nyo ngayon, Junel?
So ngayon, dahil nasa lockdown, and I think nakita nyo yung meron kaming ginawang Facebook page kasi nung March pumunta ako diyan sa Pilipinas and na-lockdown ako, hindi ako nakabalik kaagad dito. So nag-start kami ng pinsan ko, kaibigan ko, sabay-sabay kaming na-lockdown sa Bicol nung time na yon. So nagsabi namin, yeah, you know what? Dahil lagi kami nag-uusap, gabi-gabi, wala kayong magawa. It'll be cool to have a show, you know? Like maraming taong naka-lockdown ngayon. So instead na tayo nag-uusap, I mean, if we could go online, wherein meron namang internet, pero sa Bicol, minsan mahirap ang internet eh. Lalo na lahat ng tao ngayon nasa internet. Pero we decided to start yung tinawag namin na Samahang Lockdown. So, yun yung page po namin. So, kung gusto po ninyo, we do live regularly ng pinsan ko, uncle ko, nandito siya sa Utah, which is meron siyang online radio na show. So, sabi namin, hindi namin alam paano to gawin. So, siya yung nag-start na tumulong sa amin kung paano gawin to. And then so we have some listeners na nakikinig sa amin and it's just fun. And I'm sure you guys are having fun every time na ginagawa niyo ito. So hindi kami consistent dahil minsan nagiging busy rin yung iba sa amin. Kaya minsan hindi namin nagagawa pero we do our best. So usapang lockdown po yung page na ginawa po namin. So yun yung lockdown pinagdibisihan and of course family. It's a great time to be with family sa panahon na ito and just focus on things na we sometimes tend to take for granted na mga bagay. So I'm grateful to spend that much time. But for the last 3 years, I was able to spend a lot of time with my family. Kasi napag-usapan natin about 3 years ago, nag-move kami papunta sa Pilipinas. So we started Parola Santuario dyan sa Pilipinas, which is a residential shelter para sa mga bata sa Ilocos region. So yun yung things na naging busy kami and we plan to be there again next month. Hopefully we'll make it there in one piece. Pero we'll be there next month and to continue to manage yung shelter. So yun po yung nagkakaabalahan.
Napakaganda ng advocacy niyo po, Junell, no? Lalo na ngayong panahon ng lockdown pandemic, marami nga na mga kabataan hindi pa nakakalabas ngayon. At least yung programa na Samahang Lockdown at yung mga advocacy ninyo, malaki po ang naitutulong sa kanila ngayon.
Yeah. Salamat. Yeah. We're happy and there's a need. The sad reality, there's a need. We're happy to do it. Siyempre masaya kami every time we have a new child na papasok sa shelter, you know. But the sad reality, maraming mga bata ngayon na they don't want to be locked down kasama yung abusers nila sa bahay. And we hope na we could find those and meron kaming isang case na meron isang barangay counselor yung ginawa nila, nagbahay-bahay siya. And then she just felt like something's wrong sa pamilya na ito. But she followed that feeling. Hindi niya binaliwala. She followed through, in-invite niya yung bata na pumunta sa barangay para makausap siyang one-on-one. And they found out that yung bata na ito who is 12 years old, na batang babae, yung nanay niya is nasa abroad and nakasama niya yung stepdad niya na iniwan sa Pilipinas, is being abused for years. So kasama yung team namin, they were able to rescue yung bata kaagad and put her sa shelter. So now she's in a safe place. At ngayon kasama din yung isang kapatid niya doon sa shelter. And now yung tatay is behind bars sa ngayon and in a proceedings. So things like that. Pero I'm grateful sa babae na yun who did something because she feels like something's not right. Minsan sa atin, kapag may nakikita tayo, ayaw nating makialam. Oh, problema na nila yan. But sometimes, I feel like there's times na we have to step up. We have to do something. And then yung story ng babae na to is so inspiring para sa akin. And I want to share her story because she did something. Hindi niya binaliwala. And I'm grateful that she did. Because of her, itong dalawang babae are now safe. And itong lalaki, who is their stepdad, is behind bars ngayon in the proceedings. But we need more people like that na talagang who will do something to follow the spirit.
Yeah, you are heroes to them. I think na...
So yung Lighthouse Sanctuary po, kayo po ay co-founder po. Kasama niyo po ang inyong wife po doon.
Yeah, tell us more about it.
Yeah, para sa mga viewers, para mas
na hindi nakakalam. Yeah. So about 4 years ago, we started po yung Lighthouse Sanctuary. Actually, yun yung pangalan dito sa US. Yun yung foundation. It's a registered 501c3 dito sa US. So we ask people, nang limos kami sa mga tao dito, this is the need sa Pilipinas and this is what we want to do to get this started. So we were able to find people that would like to help and be part of this advocacy. Actually, hindi lang kami, meron pa kaming iba pang mga co-founders na nag-start nito. Pero kami yung nagpalakad, nag-push. So about 3 years ago, nag-move kami yung family ko to Philippines to start nga yung shelter. And sa Philippines, kilala kami as Parola Santuario. So yun yung official name na registered sa SEC as an organization, and we work with DSWD Region 1. So kilala kami doon as Parola Santuario. So that's what we do, and we work with them to, when every time meron silang ni-rescue, they refer yung mga bata sa shelter namin. So ngayon we have about 12 kids ngayon sa shelter. And we have staff. So meron kaming program manager namin is taga Baguio din siya. She has over 20 years experience in this field. And we're so blessed to have her. Her name is Annie. And maybe you guys could invite her here if you want to learn more and the details on these things. And she has lots of knowledge and things na pwede niyang i-share. Yung mga bagay na ano ba yung kailangan natin baguhin sa culture natin, how we could be a contributor sa issue na ito, because it's an issue. We have kids being abused sa Pilipinas as we speak ngayon. We don't want to talk about it, and even may mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon, they don't probably feel uncomfortable listening to these things, which is okay. Hindi tayo komportable, but the more we don't talk about it, the more shame na nilalagay natin sa issue na ito. And if there is shame, mahirapan tayo ma-resolve yung bagay na ito. We know it's happening, and I've worked with kids. It's a shelter. That it's really sad, but I'm so happy that we were able to help them. But we have kids, Filipino kids, being abused sa oras na ito. And some of them don't want to speak out kasi nakakahiya. Nahihiya sila malaman. But the more we talk about it, that it's happening, the more comfortable they are to talk about it. And the more na yung mga taong gumagawa who are abusing our kids, they know that they can't do it. Because alam natin nangyari. So yun yung isa sa mga advocacy namin, is to let people know na we have children being abused. Even we don't want to hear about it, kahit ayaw natin marinig. Anyway.
Maraming salamat, Junell, no? Kahit na nasa Amerika ka ngayon, napakalaki yung pagmamahal mo sa mga batang Pilipino, lalo na yung mga na-abuse. So napakaganda ng advokasya ninyo ng inyong pong asawa sa inyong pamilya. So again, yung mga manunood natin ngayon, kung may mga katanungan kayo regarding sa advokasya ni Junell, pwede po kayo magtanong ngayon, or kung gusto nyo po mag-shoutout lang.
Yeah, actually, ang dami dito,
Ang dami po nila.
So we of course welcome them and say thank you for watching. Renato Polintan Jr.
Yeah, from Tarlac.
De Amores Erzando, Grace Ariola Molina, Genesis Centeno.
Bea Villanueva.
Good day po sa inyo, ang Lodi Junell.
Yes.
Martha Liza Lorenzo, Roland Joseph
Gonzalo, Ilidan.
Romel Escalona.
Hello,
Yes.
Bishop. Good evening po.
At ang ating isa sa mga supporters, si Adhika
Adhika
Malaya,
Malaya.
isang writer at author.
Julius Selga. Jenaline
Ginaline
Tabayong.
Tabayon
De La Cruz.
Yes.
Richard.
Richard De La Cruz, ang ating, isa sa ating mga technical support.
Yes. Flores Lacadin, Cherry Ann. Arnel Takazon, Jeneline Abdon Dayate. So,
Yes, sabi ni Flores Lacadin, Cherry Ann, hello po sa inyo and sa iyo, Lodi Junell, watching from Abu Dhabi.
yes.
And
Hello po sa inyo nakikinig ngayon.
Yes.
Welcome po.
Sabi rin po ni Jeneline Abdon Dayate, hello, great evening po, Idol Junell Hernando, official na
Yes.
pahina. Oh, so doon siya talaga
Yes.
nakikinig sa official na pahina ni Junell.
Yes.
Yan. So, actually, isa sa mga talakayan natin sa susunod kasama si Attorney Einstein Eugenio ay tungkol sa VAUSI, Violence
Oh, yes.
Against Women and Their Children. So, yan po yung susunod na talakayan natin kasama
That's so good.
si Attorney Einstein. And we hope na makasama din ang inyo pong associate.
Apo, dito po sa Pilipinas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She would love to. She has lots of knowledge, and she worked with those cases. And most of the cases na we deal with, it's about VAUSI laws, and yeah, that's amazing. And I think na maraming Pilipino na kinakailangan talaga malaman nila yung rights nila. Lalo na yung mga tao na nasa barangay, yung mga malalayo na hindi nila alam, kasi karamihan ng mga tao takot. Iniisip nila na kapag may mga ganitong nangyayari sa kanila, kailangan nilang gumastos kapag may nangyayari, kaya hindi sila nilalaban. Pero if they know na libre ito, this is what the government will help you, then I hope that this will give them courage na hindi nila hahayaan yung mga abuse na nangyayari sa kanila, especially sa babae at saka mga bata. At every time we talk about this, maraming mga lalaki nagrereklamo, paano kaming mga lalaki? Bakit puro mga babae lang tsaka mga bata pinopre? Well, ang sagot po doon kasi yung mga babae po natin at tsaka mga kabataan, sila po yung mas vulnerable.
Yes,
I'm not saying na hindi na-abuse sa mga lalaki. Meron din mga lalaking na-abuse. Pero the reason na ginawa nila ito para sa mga babae at tsaka mga kabataan is because sila yung mas kailangan ng support and mas common na nangyayari. Anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that, Junell. Actually, marami din sa mga na-abuse na they just keep it a secret until they get married na, and they have this post-traumatic na disorder. So, napakahirap kasi nadadala nila to, and ang nagsasuffer ay ang kanilang future ng mga family.
Absolutely. And it repeats the cycle. And it doesn't end. And yan yung isang focus namin sa shelters, to help these kids. Kahit ganito nangyari sa kanila, they can see that their value is not dahil sa nangyari. They have more value who they are, being a child of God, and their true potential doesn't yung nangyari sa kanila will not define them for the rest of their life, and they could move on. And it's amazing for me to see. Just to give you another example, may isang bata dito, I can't say her name, pero she went through, isa siya sa mga pinakaunang pumunta sa shelter namin. This was 2 years ago, or nung nag-start siya. And you see her, hindi siya nagsasalita. You could see the trauma. Simula pa lang sa simula. But our staff were able to work with her. It won't be easy. It's really hard, especially sa mga batang with this kind of trauma. There's a lot of tears happen. There's a lot of physical thing na they have to let go, yung mga nangyari sa kanila. But now, she's back sa kanila, and she is one of the examples sa school nila. And she was able to inspire other kids. She was able to teach them to read, and it's amazing for me to see her flourish, and yung nangyari sa kanya doesn't define, and actually it inspires a lot of people to speak out dahil nakita nila yung nangyari sa kanya, and they see how she is right now. So we actually received a few more cases galing sa munisipyo na ito. Because of that experience. Anyway, just an example.
Wow, you're really doing great. We have a comment here from Bea Villanueva. Sabi ko dito, maganda po ang ginagawa ni Lodi Junell at kanyang asawa. Naintindihan niya ang mga batang naaabuso. Isa akong DSW worker, under po kasi ng DSWD ang sitwasyon na yan. Mahirap po ang ganyan, may takot at bata, hindi kaagad nasasabi na naabuso sila. And that's right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Salamat, Bea. Hindi ko alam na DSWD worker pala siya. I think I knew that. Pero she follows yung Samahang lockdown. Well, thank you, Bea. And people like you, we need more people like you. And salamat. Alam ko hindi madali yung trabaho nila as DSWD. It's really hard. I have a lot of respect sa mga people who goes into social work. Because lalo na sa atin sa Pilipinas, there's so much need. And one thing that we do is to really empower yung mga bata. One thing na nandyan kami sa Pilipinas, we went school sa mga ibang school, ibang barangay, is to help them understand kung ano ang abuse at kung ano yung pwede nating gawin kapag nangyayari ito sa atin. At then how, ano yung mga services na pwedeng i-provide ng government and katulad sa amin as a private organization na pwede namin itulungan sa kanila. So kung may nakikinig man ngayon sa atin that they could relate na nangyayari, gusto ko lang sabihin na they can report it sa unang-una sa Women and Children's Desk ng PNP. Or they could reach out po sa Parola Santuario kung pwede kaming magbigay ng advice sa kanila. So meron pong page, pangalan po niya Parola Santuario. So sundan lang po ninyo yon. You could send a message, ask question. We'll be happy to help you any way we can.
Wow, that's great po. Sabi ni Bea Villanueva ulit, salamat po, Lodi.
Yeah, salamat din, Bea.
And si Joanne Laroga, sabi niya, ang galing ng advocacy niyo. Sana mas madaming
Bata
bata
kayong
pa kayong
matulungan.
matulungan. Lodi Junell.
Yeah, salamat din, Joanne. Thank you.
Mga viewers natin ngayon, pwede po natin tulungan Junell sa kanilang adbokasiya. Maaari po tayong i-post namin mamaya sa comment section yung kanilang grupo para magtulungan tayo na matulungan itong mga bata na naabuso. Yung mga nanay na hindi alam kung sino at saan lalapit.
Yeah. I mean, sa bawat munisipyo meron tayong mga social workers. Bawat city, bawat munisipyo meron mga social worker. Yun din yung isang magandang resource. Go to them. Huwag po kayo matakot. Isipin po ninyo, minsan kasi kapag may nangyayaring ganito, iniisip natin na nakakahiya or hindi natin alam, marami pong resources na pwedeng makatulong sa atin. At isipin po natin yung future ng bata. Kapag nangyari, they need proper counseling and rehabilitation sa nangyari sa kanila. And the more they could process that, mas magiging maganda yung future nila.
Yes, that's right. So, we also thank Sai Guanzon, ang ating kaibigan.
Oh, Kuya Sai. Kala ko yan.
Yes.
We are very close.
Yes, invite natin po si Sai Gonzalez sa next na mga episode po natin.
Yeah, you should. If you,
din si Kuya Sai Guanzon.
Kuya Sai.
yeah, if people are into networking, Sai is your guy.
Alright.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
going
actually, I'm really close kay Sai. You know, the dalawang kapatid ni Sai is my brother-in-law.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Well, marami
Dalawang kapatid niya, asawa ng dalawang kapatid ko.
Really close family.
close na close talaga.
Yeah, very close.
So Kuya Sai, join us next time dito sa Usapang Pamilya.
Yes, ito ang ating techno guy.
Yes.
Yan. So we're going to talk more about Laika sa susunod, and we will introduce Laika sa ating mga viewers.
Yes. So,
Laika.
Kuya Sai, so invite ka namin to...
And we'll talk about the new normal. I
Yes, the
think
new normal.
yun ang initiative ni Kuya Sai ngayon eh.
Yes. So actually po, sa mga ganitong programa, sa mga advocacy niyo po, nabibigyan po natin ng impormasyon yung mga mamayan po natin na hindi po nakakaalam ng mga ganitong sitwasyon. So, i-part po lang mo natin ng konti, balikan natin. Pag-usapan naman natin yung buhay mo noon sa showbiz kasi
yes, may mga viewers dito na nakamiss kayo eh.
Na-miss ka nila
Yeah.
So,
maraming na-in-love talaga nung kabataan nila sa'yo.
yes.
I can see them shouting virtual shouts.
Sabi nila, 10 beses daw nilang pinanood yung movie mo kasi napakaganda nga naman ng movie yun yung time natin, no?
Yes, especially there was also a remake, no? Na digitize.
Yes, so ni-restore nila yon. Magic Temple, kailan ba yun? the year na pumunta ako dyan, which is December 2017, I think. Yeah. So ni-remaster nila yung movie so they could show it sa big screen. Actually, they had a premiere event and they invited us to go, and that was really fun. Mapanood ulit sa big screen. So nagkita-kita ulit kaming mga cast. Si Mark Solis, napapanood niyo siya sa Probinsyano. Ngayon, I don't know kung paano, maybe online, may Probinsyano, hindi ko alam.
Other channel po yan.
Yeah. And then si Jun Urbano, nagkita-kita kami. It was really fun. Masayang reunion yung time na yon. And now it's available sa iTunes and sa maraming digital platforms. So we could expect that it will be there as because it has been a Filipino classic, di ba? Halos every Christmas pinapalabas sa TV. Kaya ngayon nagugulat ako na may mga bata na ngayon, even 14 years old, they'll message, kayo po ba yung Sambag? Ay, ang laki nyo na po pala. Hindi na kayo yung bata na ine-expect nila na napanood nila. So nakakatuwa na may mga bagong generation na nakapanood ng Magic Temple at naging part din ng kabataan nila. Yeah. Pero nakakalungkot yung ABS-CBN Film Restoration, they just closed down. It's just so sad. Dahil nga na-apektado sila, but they've been doing a lot of great work. They've been restoring yung mga classic na matatagal na films na kinalakihan natin. Kasi magkasing age lang tayo, di ba? Yeah. So,
Batang 90s.
Yeah. May tanong po dito si Flores Lacadin, Cherry Ann. Ilan po ba kayong magkakapatid, Lodi, Junell?
Ako po ang pangatlo simula sa panganay at 7 po kami lahat na magkakapatid. Meron na kaming isa na namatay yung baby pa, pero sa ngayon 7 ka po kami na magkakapatid. Yeah. Came from a big family.
Yeah. They're interested to know more about you.
Yes.
Yeah, sige po.
Yeah, to know more about Junell, he has a page.
Yes.
Para makita nyo rin ang kanyang family pictures.
Yes, pwede i-follow yung page niya.
We're going to pin that mamaya, yung official page ni Junell.
Oh yeah. So so I made that page kasi meron akong personal Facebook page, pero syempre kinikip ko yun as private. So wag po kayong ma-offend kung hindi ko po kayo i-accept doon sa sa personal Facebook page ko. Pero kung gusto po ninyo i-follow yung Junell Hernando official na pahina, lagay ko ng ganun kasi nalilito ako. Ano ba yung page ko? Ano yung personal ko? Pero pwede po ninyo i-follow po doon. And from time to time, I would post things there na I feel much more comfortable to share in public.
Yes. Yan, ito na, nagkakaalaman na, Junell. Sabi ni Ichiban Hana, hello, Sambag. Gustong-gusto ko yung Magic Temple. Crush kita.
Oh, salamat. Yeah.
Thanks for watching then, Jovan Lopez, Teresa, Verena Purisima,
President Richard Espinosa.
Yeah, Marvin Rolando Aquino, Rosemary F. Aurelia. Thanks for watching. Marlo the Twin and Yanika Sel Duque Arnado.
Yes. Kung may mensahe kayo kay Sambag, so pwede kayo magbigay ng message kayo sa kanya pagkakataon nyo. Mga batang 90s. So, ilan po lahat yung mga movies na nagawa nyo bago po kayo lumisan sa Pilipinas?
So, nag-start ako nung mga 10 years old. Ako. Yung pinaka-first movie na ginawa namin is Baby Love. Yun yung, hindi ko alam kung napanood niyo yun, pero it's a controversial movie. Naging PG-13. Kami nga, hindi kami makapasok sa sine na ginawa namin kasi hindi pa kami 13 nung time na yon. Pero it's about yung mga dalawang bata nagkasal-kasalan, nagtanan na gano'n na story. It's interesting. It's not a typical story, pero it's a fun movie. Ano po yun?
Ano yung pinaka-favorite mo na movie
sa lahat ng movie na
ginawa? I would say Magic Temple and Magic Kingdom. I mean, it's a fun movie. Magic Temple, I felt like that was just ako talaga yung nandoon sa movie. We were just kids, we're just kind of like being ourselves and we're just playing around. Yeah, may mga line kami, may mga ibang nangyari, but I felt like it's pinaka-authentic na character sa tingin ko na ginawa ko. Yeah, and going back to I did 9 movies po. Yeah, 9 movies simula age 10 hanggang nung umalis ako, I was 15 or about 16 years old, almost 16. Nung umalis po ako ng Pilipinas.
Yan. Amazing si Bea Villanueva kasi
Yes.
halos alam niya lahat ng movies. Sabi niya, ako Lodi Junell, hindi lang 10 times ko napanood ang Magic Temple, kundi nagpupuyat pa ako manood kahit hating gabi na. Nire-record ko,
Yeah.
may copy ako. Baby Love, Magic Temple, Magic Kingdom, Gangland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pagmumulat ng isip ni Cecilio.
Wow.
Tama ba yan?
That's a TV show. Yeah, that's a TV show. Yeah.
Ano yung Dama de Noche?
Yeah, that's another film na I won't encourage you to watch.
Bata pa raw siya nun kaya hindi niya napanood. Sabi niya bawal.
Yeah, bawal. Ano yan eh, rated R.
Si Rolin Grace Alabanza, sabi niya, hi Sambag. At may tanong
Hello po.
din Marvin Rolando Quitoriano Aquino. Talagang ang haba ng name.
Yeah.
Saang mission ulit siya nag-serve?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Malaman. Yeah. So para sa hindi nag-serve po ako bilang missionary po sa church po namin. Nung time na 2002 hanggang 2004 nag-serve po ako as a missionary sa Bicol. Philippines Naga Mission. Pero ngayon meron ng Legazpi Mission. Pero noon Naga at saka Legazpi ay isang mission pa lang po yun. Kung alam po niyo yung mga missionary po sa amin, usually makikita nyo Amerikano. Para sa mga hindi member ng church, hindi sila familiar. May mga name tag po sila. And usually tinatawag silang Joe ang pangalan. Lahat sila Joe ang pangalan, di po ba? Maski ako may tumatawag sa akin Joe. Sabi ko, paano ako naging Joe? Pilipino ako. Pero yeah, nag-serve po ako ng 2 years po doon po sa Bicol. From 2002 hanggang 2004. Kaya marami akong mga nakilala na naging kaibigan sa Bicol. Isa sa mga pinakamasayang lugar na napuntahan ko. Absolutely. And nanay ko, Bicolano ang nanay ko. Taga Legazpi talaga ang nanay ko. So doon siya lumaki. Kaya hindi ako na-assign mismo sa Legazpi. Bukod sa Legazpi, hindi ako inassign ng mission president namin doon. Yeah.
So nasagot na yung katanungan, na-assign po si Brother Junell sa Naga Mission.
Yes, sabi rin ni Flores, Lakadin, Cherry Ann, I'm lucky kasi friend kita sa FB. Si Sambag Yang nga ang wallpaper ko sa CP ko. Adik kasi po ako kay Sambag. Wallpaper niya sa cellphone niya. Wow. Si Ned, sabi, please send my hello to my childhood crush.
Yes.
Talaga naman, ang daming may crush sa'yo dati, no?
Walang gagawin dito pa rin, right?
Yeah. I hope hindi nanood yung dalawa, pero ikaw yata yung favorite.
Yeah, yung may bukol sa noo, ako po yun. At saka yung iyakin. Kasi minsan nalilito yung mga tao. Between ako at saka si Jason, or si Gino. Si Jubal, nakakala. Sino ba si Sambal? Sambal or Jumbag? Nalilito sila eh. Jubal po at saka Sambag, yung original po sa Magic Temple. At saka sa Magic Kingdom, napanood nyo rin po ba yung Magic Kingdom? Yung pangalawa? With Ann Curtis. Yeah. Yun yung first movie ni Ann Curtis. So doon naman Samuel tsaka Jobert yung naging pangalan namin. Si Omar naging Oman sa pangalawang movie. Yeah.
So do you keep in touch with Ann Curtis?
Yes. And other...
Yeah, actually yung last na naging touch kami, I was doing parang acting workshop para sa mga bata doon sa shelter nung nandyan ako last March, February. And then, syempre yung mga bata, tinatanong nila ako, hey, ano ba, kamusta maging artista, ganon. Nakita niyo talaga si Ann? Yeah, nakita ko si Ann, magkakasama. So, and at that time, nag-text ako kay Ann, nag-message ako sa kanya, hey Ann, can you say hi sa ganitong mga pangalan? So, right away, nag-respond si Ann, and alam ni Ann yung ginagawa namin, and yung advocacy namin. And as you know, Ann is very passionate in helping children. Marami siyang ginagawa to help out mga kabataan. So, she did right away, she sent a message of inspiration and hope para sa kanila. And we have girls almost in tears nung pinakita ko sa kanila. They weren't expecting it. Hey, may nag-message sa inyo. And then sabi niya, hey Ann, hello. Binanggit niya ni Ann yung mga pangalan nila. And then sabi niya, stay strong, and keep praying, sabi ni Ann sa kanila. And they were so happy. For a week, wala silang maisip, kundi they were just so happy na binati sila ni Ann. So, I'm grateful kay Ann for her support sa ginagawa rin namin.
Yeah, she's so kind.
Yes, super. She's very nice. And she just had a baby of her own. Pinangalan niya na Dahlia from our movie Magic Kingdom. Yeah, kasi yun yung pangalan niya sa movie is Dahlia. Yeah.
So memorable din pala kay Ann Curtis yung movie, no?
And first movie niya.
Movie.
Yeah. First movie niya.
Yeah. Sino yung mga naging friend mo, buddy mo sa showbiz?
Ang pinaka-best friend ko na karamihan nakadalas nakasama ko sa movie si Jason. Jason Salcedo yung screen name niya. So, karamihan ng mga movies na ginawa namin is magkasama kami. And both of us were managed by Peque Gallaga, who is now passed away, and Lori Reyes. So sila yung nag-manage sa career namin. And kaya most of our movies, magkasama kami parehas ni Jason.
Wow.
Do you still have plan po ba na bumalik sa show?
Yeah, kasi may nakikita akong mga comments dito Gawa daw ulit sana magka-movie ulit kayo, sabi ni Ichiban Hana.
Yeah, so actually, wala akong seryoso na plan. I always love acting. I would love to go. Ngayon, hindi ko alam kung ano ang future ng showbiz. I'm sure there is. And sa lockdown, it's really struggling. I have friends who's kind of like struggling sa panahon na ngayon. So, hindi ko alam kung anong future, pero merong movie na lalabas sa Metro Manila Film Festival. Pangalan niya is Magic Land. Nandoon po ako. Nag-guest ako doon as isang cameo. Baka hindi niyo ako makikilala because prosthetics yung character ko, pero nandoon po ako. So kung abangan po ninyo yun sa sunod na Metro Manila Film Festival, pangalan po niya Magic Land. It's a Peque Gallaga and Lori Reyes movie directed by Acuña. What's his name? Sorry, nawala sa isip ko. Direk Acuña. Yung director po noon, isa siyang fantasy film. Kung nagustuhan niyo yung Magic Temple, Magic Kingdom, you would love this movie kasi it's another out of this world reality. Yung movie na ito. Wala siyang connection sa Magic Kingdom at saka Magic Temple, pero it's another fantasy movie.
Marami nang excited dito.
Yes.
Sabi nila excited na daw sila na mapanood yan.
Aabangan talaga yan.
Yeah, thanks for watching po. Norman Valdez, Magno, Cielo Abansenya. Si Ephraim sabi niya, hello idol.
Yes.
At si Med.
Yes.
Ang sweet naman ni Med, sabi niya, until now, pinapanood ko yung Magic Temple and Magic Kingdom sa mga pamangkin ko. So yung mga generations nga ngayon, no?
Mga millennials,
Actually, plano namin ipalabas din with our kids yung Magic Temple, yung digitized. And then, sabi ni Ichiban Hana, tabi-tabi po sa bangkay lulubog lilitaw.
Sa saradong hukay!
Naglalabasan ng mga batang 90s ngayon. Dumadami tayo ngayon, Junell.
Yeah,
dumarami ating viewers. If you know Joel John Colayos, sabi niya, nagkita tayo sa mission office. Ikaw ang
talaga?
Yes.
Ikaw ang AP noon ni President Martin. Siya kasi,
Oh!
do you remember Colayo?
Yes,
Home
Kulayo.
branch ko ang Tipokot. Home branch niya raw ang
Kulayo. Kulayaw. Is it Kulayaw? I think it's Kulayaw. Or hindi ko alam. Medyo baka mali ako.
And
Yan.
then si
Thanks for watching,
Florence
Floreline.
tayo Pantanosa from Baga, nanonood sila ngayon. So, naglalabasan na Junel yung mga batang
Oo nga.
90s talaga.
Ito na yung mga
Dami-dami
batang
na.
Yeah.
labas na.
So baka kailangan natin mag-start over para sa kanila ngayon lang. Kasi late sila eh.
Kaya nga eh.
Yeah.
So, then,
Ang tanong ni Love Mary, asan na si Gino ngayon? Ano
Mhm.
po ang ginagawa niya?
So si Gino or Jason Salcedo, mas kilala siya sa showbiz as Jason Salcedo. Gino yung tunay niyang pangalan. Is nasa California po siya nakatira ngayon. Yun, single pa rin, nag-e-enjoy siya sa buhay niya bilang single. Yeah. But he's doing well. He works sa retail store. He's a manager sa isang malaking warehouse, parang SNR sa Pilipinas, Costco. So Costco so he works with Costco. I think he managed a team doon sa Costco. Mhm.
Yes.
so when do you plan po na bumalik dito sa Pilipinas?
So may flights ako August 21. So nakakatakot, hindi ko alam kung ano mangyayari. Pero yeah, pabalik kami ng family ko. We're planning to move back there sa Pilipinas to live. We just felt like it's the right time kahit medyo nakakatakot yung panahon, but we have to be back there din nga sa project namin sa Ilocos. We have to continue to work with our staff sa Ilocos, and we have projects. We're planning to expand so we could accommodate mas maraming bata sa shelter. Kasi ngayon we're almost full in capacity. So i-separate namin yung office and school outside sa shelter so we could have additional 10 more bed space para sa mga bata na darating. So yun yung goal namin. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, sana magkaroon po tayo ng kahit virtual reunion para sa mga fans niyo po.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I start conversation kasi request din yun sa Samahang lockdown. So, I did talk, para lang alam ninyo, nakausap ko si Mark and si Ana Larosea and si Gino. Busy lang si Ana, pero I think this coming week or next week, magiging available na ata sila. So, abangan po ninyo sa Samahang lockdown. Mag-follow po kayo doon and then we will post there kung kailan yung reunion gathering namin. Para virtual reunion para maka-join po kayo. At matanong niyo yung mga gusto niyong itanong na matagal na. Yeah.
Merong message si Pochi Lopez. Please tell Gino I'm also single.
Yes.
Nice.
Si Pochi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christy Rivera de la Cruz.
Yan, ang ating number one supporter from Malaysia. Isa siyang OFW. Hello po, sorry late ako.
Oh, hello po.
Sana magka-shelter din for kids dito sa Tuguegarao City,
Cagayan Valley.
Cagayan, yeah. Yeah, actually, Cagayan is one of those places na sa sobrang layo, it's sad to say that we've had a few referrals na nanggagaling or has connections sa Cagayan. So absolutely, that's something that we look forward for. Pero sa ngayon, kasi ang Cagayan is different, hindi na siya part ng Region 1 eh. Kasi ngayon, registered kami sa Region 1 with DSWD. Pero sa ngayon, I think Cagayan Valley is part na ng Cordillera. Nabubulol ako. Yeah, province. Kaya I hope someday na meron magkaroon ng shelter doon because there's a need.
So sabi rin po ni Meds, sana po makapasyal kayo ng Palawan.
Palawan. Oh yeah, I love Palawan. Nakapunta ako doon isang beses.
Oh.
Yeah. I won't be opposed na bumalik.
Did you go there with your family?
Kasama ko lang, hindi ko nakasama yung asawa ko kasi nung nag-visit yung kapatid ko, they have plans to go there. So we just tag along ako at saka yung dalawa kong panganay na anak. Sumama kami, pumunta kami sa El Nido. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
think
really
I saw
nice.
the photos.
So, pagbalik niyo po, you're planning to stay here po na for good or pabalik-balik pa rin po sa US? Yan po.
Like before, we moved there indefinitely. We're just focused sa mission namin and we'll see what feels right. So ngayon wala kaming plan to go back. We book one-way flights and we'll see hanggang. So last time we were there for 2.5 years. Bumalik kami siguro dalawang beses between para lang to visit family here and then bumalik ulit doon. Pero sa ngayon we plan to be there and to see kung ano yung need.
The plan.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also interesting. Sabi ni Lore Barredo, hello po brother, fan
Yes.
ako.
Hello po.
So, kung may mga katanungan kayo kay Junell, pwede kayong magtanong ngayon regarding sa lahat, okay? Sa adbokasiya nila.
Yeah, gusto talaga nilang magpa-shoutout
Yes.
Si Norgis Galang, sabi niya forever fan.
Hello, Norgis.
So,
I think if you have some shoutouts then or
Yes
if you
po.
want to mention names,
yes.
I think they
Mas
will
gusto-
love it if you will
Mas gusto po nilang
Okay.
marinig na galing.
Bagitin. Yeah. Bagitin natin. Nargis. Mag-go through lang ako sa mga nag-comment sa hello, Nargis. Hello, love. Hello, Adhika. Sino pa ba? Jeneline. Hello. And Meds. Hello, Meds. Kamusta? Sana mabuti kayong kalagayan sa lockdown na ito. Re. Wow, that's a hard name. I don't think yun yung tunay na pangalan niya. Yeah, Christy. Hello, Christy. Hello, Pochi. Ichiban, Bea, Pochi ulit. Kamusta? So, at least yun yung mga nakikita ko. Kamusta
do you
po kayo?
recognize some of them? Junell, do you recognize some of them or
Yung iba sa kanila is a listener sa Samahang Lockdown. So, na-recognize ko sila kasi binabasa namin yung mga comments nila. Pero ngayon, masarap pa lang hindi nagbabasa. Kayo nagbabasa ng comments. Masarap pala yung special guest. Yeah.
alright?
Pero yung mga viewers natin, gusto po nila na yung ginawa niyo na mabasa. Yung po
Mabasa.
Yung mga
Yes.
names
Yeah.
nila. Natutuwa sila kasi crush ka nila
Yes.
Yeah.
Their childhood crush.
Yes. Mary Grace
Yeah.
and her family sa Canada, nanonood sila ngayon.
Oh, hello, Mary Grace.
Yeah, very nice Ligo. She's also working sa Costco.
Yes.
Costco, yeah. I love Costco. Yung sa bahay namin, taga Saratoga Springs, they just built a new Costco. Parang Disneyland para sa amin. Like, yay! May Costco na.
Mas malapit.
Everything
Hello,
is there.
love. Hello, Waltz. Yeah, nabati natin.
So, ano po yung pwede niyong advice po sa mga gustong mag-showbiz? Paano po ba kayo nag-start?
Were you
Kasi-
discovered?
Paano ako nag-start ng showbiz? So, nung bata pa kami, mga 7 years old, 8 years old, yung nanay ko, lagi kaming dinadala sa, may show noon, hindi ko alam kung alam po ninyo, Pen Pen de Sarapen.
Yes.
Sa RPN 9 ata, hindi ko alam kung anong channel, nakalimutan ko na. Parang 13 or 9 ata, with Connie Angeles. So meron silang show na pambata. So yung show na yun, mga pambata, is parang non-profit siya eh. So parang kahit sinong mga bata na gusto ma-develop yung singing, acting, yung pagsayaw. So maraming mga magulang dinadala nila yung mga anak nila doon para to do workshops sa mga iba-ibang bagay. And then nagiging part sila ng show as background dancers, singers, at kung sinong may mga talent. Kasamahan namin sila Alessandra Asunta, Sunshine Dizon, lahat sila doon din nanggaling nagsimula. Marami pang mga iba-ibang artista. I think Sarah Geronimo, I heard na nanggaling din siya sa Pen Pen de Sarapen. So, nung mga bata doon nag-start and doon na develop. And then kapag once na nandoon ka na sa connection sa world na yon, then you'll hear information about audition. May nagpapa-audition ganito. Or so kami naman, and nanay ko rin excited din. So dadalihin niya kami para mag-audition sa iba-iba. And then you just build connection. Sa showbiz, yeah, you just really need to have the right network connection. And marami rin mga scam. You know, kailangan natin mag-ingat. You know, minsan karamihan na maraming nadadala dahil sa excited tayo, gusto natin, and wala tayong alam how showbiz work. Karamihan dyan, sabihin sa inyo, oh, kailangan mo ng headshot, kailangan mo ng mag-workshop na ganito, magbabayad ka ng 5,000, dito magbabayad ka ng 3,000 dito, 10,000, and para sa hope mo na maging artista yung anak mo. So mag-ingat lang po tayo sa mga ganun. Meron din mga legitimate na talagang titignan nila kung may talent talaga yung anak mo, i-connect ka nila. Pero maraming mga narinig ko, nakita ko na talagang ang purpose nila is perahan kayo. So usually, pag may ganun na masyadong mataas na fee, I wouldn't say na lahat sila hindi totoo. Pero meron sa kanila, they're just after para sa pera ninyo. Audition is libre. Wala kang babayaran sa audition. Pag merong tunay na director nagpapa-audition, it's open yon, mag-audition sila. Then ang goal nila is mahanap yung sino yung tama para sa character na yun. Ano pa ba? Pero sa ngayon, I don't know. Wala ganong project ngayon sa panahon ng lockdown na ito. I think there are people na makakilala ko, they were creative. They did a full movie out sa Zoom, sa ganito. They shoot a whole movie gamit ang Zoom. So, kung meron kayong mga kilala na mga independent movie makers na may passion, I would say na yun yung probably the best way is to create something na you could be proud of, and na locally, and then you guys could help each other to create film. But napakatalento natin mga Pilipino, kahit ano kaya nating gawin once na i-focus natin, di ba? So you could create a good film, i-post nyo sa YouTube, then doon kayo makikilala, and you don't know, kayo na mismo yung magiging magpo-produce ng movie na inaasahan nyo na maging kasali kayo.
Napakalaki po talaga yung mga online platform na yan na makakatulong sa kanila. Gusto talaga nila mag-showbiz.
Yeah, may curious lang dito, si Meds, tanong niya, paano po katrabaho si Shifu? Since siya yung tatay and master role.
Yes.
On and off camera, paano daw po siya katrabaho? And the place, sobrang ganda kasi ng Talisay sa Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, Talisay sa Magic Kingdom, Antipolo po yun, kung nagtatanong po kayo sa mga Rizal area. Si Sifu, Juno Urbano is always good, you know. I mean, kami mga bata kami, I mean, laro-laro lang pinag-iisipan namin. Pero yeah, minsan pinagsasabihan niya kami pag masyado kaming makulit sa film, sa set, you know. And he help us, he teach us, and he, you know, he's awesome. He's great to work with.
Yes, si Flores Lacadin Charian nagtatanong, siguro nang hinayang kasi bakit daw sabay kayo ni Jason?
Yes.
Biglang nawala sa showbiz, kasikatan nyo pa naman.
Yeah, nung time na yon, I was 15 nung nag-move kami ng family ko, nag-move na dito sa US. So I decided, hindi naman ako pwedeng iwan ng magulang ko sa Pilipinas. 15 pa lang ako noon. So napilitan na rin ako na of course sumama sa kanila. And part of me is happy na I did, kasi nung time na yon medyo napapariwara ako nung time na yon. I've been involved sa mga bagay na like drugs na hindi ko gusto. At that time, I don't know where I will be. Kung patuloy ako siguro nag-showbiz, I probably would be an addict ngayon, or na anong tawag dito na bypass? Anong tawag diyan? Natokhang na ako. I don't know, but I'm grateful na umalis ako for temporarily. And ngayon, I'm glad na makakonect ulit. Kasi nung time na yun, nung 15 ako, nung umalis ako, I felt like I closed a whole chapter ng buhay ko. Kasi noon wala pang online, hindi pa uso yung Facebook, yung connection across the world. So you just start your whole life na parang nawala yung identity ko my whole 15 years. So it was a really struggle para sa akin, and I have to start my new identity dito sa US nung nag-start. So it was really good for me to go back nung 3 years ago with this Parola Santuario nung in-start namin, for me to have like connect yung dalawang buhay ko, my life in Philippines, and now I feel whole again. Na kung sino ako noon, kung sino ako sa US, I'm the same person, and I'm just happy. I feel happier right now, and I feel more whole. And like ngayon, contact tayo sa mga tao na who Magic Temple and Magic Kingdom has become a big part ng buhay nila. So I'm grateful sa inyo lahat. And
Right. So may purpose talaga, no? Bakit nangyari ang mga bagay-bagay? We don't know.
yeah.
We plan.
Yes, marami talaga yung mga artista ngayon na yung mga artista nung 90s, yung iba
Yeah.
nasa kulungan ngayon dahil nga sa drugs. So, well, talaga yung wisdom ng mga magulang, dapat talaga yung mga kabataan ngayon makinig sa mga magulang, kagaya ni Junell, na sumunod sa kanyang mga magulang, kaya maganda yung kahihinti yung nangyari sa kanya ngayon, right?
And also, hi batch. Sabi ni Catherine Joy Perez Pare. Sister Pare.
Oh,
Kaibigan natin to.
okay.
Yes, kaibigan namin, Sister Pare.
You remember
Oh.
her?
Yeah, actually, hindi gano. Pero hello. Ako ba batch or kayo? Baka batch nyo?
Kayo
Kayo po.
batch.
Batch tayo siguro sa MTC,
Sister
sa
Pare.
Missionary Training Center. Yeah, I think I remember yung name, pero sobrang tagal na. Hello po, Sister Pare.
Right.
Oh yeah, I think I remember her. Yeah, kamusta? Yeah, tama.
Ang Tarlac.
Yes.
Tarlac.
Oh, Lore Barrendo, napanood ko Magic Temple at Magic Kingdom. Ang dami talaga
Yeah.
nakapanood, no?
And then Sar on Velasco,
They're
nanonood din
watching.
siya. They're
Thank
watching.
you for watching.
Rachel Mira Floresca. Ang dami ka join
Ronaldo
lang.
Dorado. Talaga.
Hello po.
Lore Barrendo, totoo yan. Part of our childhood
Yes, of
memories
course.
talaga.
Kasi ang Magic Temple and Magic Kingdom, kumbaga sa panahon natin, yun yung modern na, napaka-moderno, wala pa yung mga digitized mga sci-fi sa Pilipinas. Kayo yung mga nauna. Actually, yung mga movie ni Peque Gallaga talaga,
Yeah,
napakaganda.
amazing.
Nakakalungkot nga lang, noong namatay siya talaga.
Was it just last year or this year?
Yeah, this is this year.
Yes,
Yes,
this year.
a few months ago. So a lot of people are still mourning sa pagkawala niya sa panahon na ito.
Galing
Yeah,
na
I had a hard time. It was really hard for me kasi parang second dad ko na rin si Peque Gallaga. And he taught me a lot, things na, So I'm really grateful for him. And I love that guy, and I really appreciated him sa buhay ko.
Yeah, marami rin po siyang na-train ng mga ibang artista like Ian
Yes.
Veneracion. Well,
Yeah.
Marami ginawakan talaga ng artista.
mhm.
Veterano sa pagka-direct ng mga movies sa Pilipinas.
Yes. Could you read yung ibang mga nag-hello,
Yes.
Junell?
Yeah, si Richelle. Hello, Richelle. Magandang gabi sa'yo. Lori, Berado, Mebs. I think nabanggit ko na si Mebs kanina. Nargis. Yeah, hello. Flores. Kamusta po? Welcome po sa anong page natin? Usapang Pamilya. Ito po ang Usapang Pamilya. So, this is a great show na makapunta po kayo para pag-usapan mga bagay-bagay na makakatulong sa pamilya natin.
Yes. So going back sa ating adbokasiya, may tanong po dito kanina, sabi si Bea Villanueva, Lodi Junell, may balak po din ba kayo na magkaroon din sa ibang region like dito
Yes.
sa Region 4, Cavite City?
Yeah. Actually sa around Metro Manila area maraming mga shelters. Like we've worked with some partners, and the reason na talaga na pumunta kaming Ilocos because when we found out na walang residential shelter who focus specifically sa ganitong cases. I mean, meron mga parang orphanage. Pero with kids na dumaan sa mga traumatic experience na ganito, it's hard for them to process yung nangyari sa kanila if you put them with just a shelter and be treated like parang isa sa mga bata so they need special counseling, they need special one-on-one and understanding sa nangyari sa kanila. So we decided to go sa Ilocos kahit wala pa, and even back then yung mga reports, walang need doon kaya walang shelter, but we don't know, we just felt like right about it, and now we've worked with 25 children sa ngayon since we started, and we're looking forward to work with few more. And some of them kasi we continue to work with them for the next 2 years. So kahit nakabalik na sila, we'll continue to follow up sa mga bata to make sure they adjusted well, and then they make sure that they are dealing with their trauma properly. So yun yung goal namin and yung mission namin, is to make sure that yung mga bata na naka-experience ng ganitong bagay, that they could live and continue to have a future, na this will not hold them back, and that this will not be a cycle para sa family nila for generations. So sa tanong, Cavite, I don't know if Cavite will be our first priority. I would think na we will probably prioritize yung mga region na walang access sa shelter, because I know it's happening, lalo na sa mga barangay na mga sulok-sulok, na they feel like na they can do anything they want. So yun yung focus namin, and hopefully we don't ever need one. Yun yung hopefully we don't need shelter anywhere. Pero the reality is meron need, and if we could get more fundings and support sa mga donors namin dito, I would love to build shelters anywhere sa all over the Philippines.
Yeah, speaking of donors and supporters, I think hindi lang sila nandyan, Junell. We also have some who have big hearts dito sa Philippines. I think they can also help. They can help in a way na
For yung mga volunteers.
they can volunteer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, they can also donate, actually, di ba?
So
how can they do that?
Yes, how can they reach po yung
Yeah, so if gusto nila mag-donate, pinaka-ideal donate is through Lighthouse Sanctuary, especially if it's financial, monetary donation, so if we could route it properly. So kung merong nakikinig taga US or Canada, we are registered as 501c3 po under sa tax laws dito po sa US, so they could donate sa Lighthouse Sanctuary directly, and lahat po ng proceeds will go directly sa project na ginagawa po para sa shelter. None of that goes to us sa amin. So we have family members who are personally supporting us para magawa namin yung mission na ito. So lahat ng money na dinodonate po sa Lighthouse Sanctuary is pumupunta diretso sa kailangan ng shelter, sa everything na palalakad. And kung sa Pilipinas sila gusto nilang tumulong mag-donate, please feel free to reach out sa Parola Santuario. Yun po yung page na yun. And let us know what you can do. Kasi you will know more kung ano yung pwede nyong magawa para sa cause na ito. Yung problema na ito is about is so big. It is more than us. We're focused sa shelter, pero there's many things that we can do, and we haven't even talked about trafficking ng mga bata, but that's how we first started. Is about trafficking, but in Philippines there's more cases of abuse within the home. There are, pero lalo na sa panahon ngayon, lockdown, there are kids being sold online. So isa yung tinatawag na OSEC, online sexual exploitation ng mga bata, children. Isa ito sa mga pinakalaganap sa Pilipinas. Lahat, ang mahirap kasi po sa atin, maraming sa atin is number one, lahat tayo may access sa internet. Madali mag-access sa internet. Supervised and unsupervised. Maraming mga magulang, they let their kids unsupervised. Number two, we have poverty issues sa Pilipinas. And number three, we speak English magaling tayo mag-English. Kahit balubaluktot or nosebleed na tinatawag natin, we can speak English. And dahil sa mga bagay na yon, sa tatlo na yon, yun po yung formula talaga na a lot of predators is focused. So para tayong talagang we have stories sa Cebu. They have whole barangay na ang pinaka main source ng income ng barangay is selling their children online para mag-post online. It's really sad. And I hope I'm not saying this to give idea to anyone, pero it is happening. And sa hirap ng buhay natin. And I'm not saying that's an excuse. There's other ways na pwede natin na gawan. Pero dahil sa sitwasyon ng Pilipinas, is nakakalungkot na nagiging target po tayo ng mga foreigners. And ang number one users at consumers ng specifically child pornography is dito po sa US. Dito sa United States and UK. And marami doon is Pilipinong mga bata. And so if we know anyone, what can we do? We have to stay close sa spirit. You know, I don't care kung anong religion ka, but I know that the Lord loves all these children and the Lord is guiding lahat tayo to know what can we do sa nangyayari na ito. In the scriptures, one of the things that I love sa scriptures, the worst thing that we could do is sa mga bata. You remember, Jesus Christ is very upset. If you offend one of these children, mas mabuti pang talian ka ng weights at ihulog ka sa ilalim. That's how grievous to offend one of these children. And sa ngayon, ito yung isang pinakabagay. You know, our children are being sold online para sa appetite ng mga tao who are so addicted sa kanilang mga addiction. And I know it's hard to hear, pakinggan, but that's the reality. Totoo pong nangyayari ngayon. And I hope na kung sino man yung nakikinig sa atin, you know, what you can do, nagsimula tayo sa anong pwede nyong gawin. You know, when we heard about this issue, what we did is get on our knees, really, and ask the Lord, what can I do to be a help? And I'm sure that if we do that with a sincere heart and ask the Lord, I believe that the Lord will let us know kung ano yung pwede nating gawin. You know your talents better. The Lord knows your talents better than anyone else. So if you have an idea, you know, or if you want us to help you, let us know how you feel like you could help with this advocacy or this work, because it's so needed.
You really inspired us, Junell, no? At lalo na yung mga viewers natin ngayon. So we are asking your help, yung mga viewers natin, magtulungan tayo. Kahit anong religion natin, we need to be united para to fight this wickedness ng mga bagay-bagay na ito na abuse yung mga anak natin, yung mga bata ngayon. So please help, Junell, help. Magtulungan tayo.
Yeah,
salamat po.
Yeah, it also helps na we become aware of this. Kasi
Yes.
ang nakakatakot, if it becomes widespread, na it will become normal na lang sa
Yes.
society. It will become a standard thing. So we
Yeah.
have to stop.
So kailangan po talaga natin yung mga ganitong platform, Junell. So napakaganda. I hope na magkaroon tayo ng mga regular na mga pag-uusap sa grupo ninyo para mas mapaalam or matulungan pa natin yung mga sulok na barangay dito sa Pilipinas. Kaysa ngayon, actually maraming naka-online lang ngayon, nag-online games. At least kahit konting porsyento ng mga nanonood ngayon, mai-share nila itong video na ito. So malaking tulong na po itong ginagawa niyo po para po sa bansa po natin.
Yeah. At sorry, can I add one more thing? Dahil nabanggit mo yung online games. Gusto ko lang i-spread awareness na yung mga predators, they know, alam nila na through online games, this is how they can connect sa mga vulnerable na mga bata. So kung mga magulang po tayo, know na ito po yung way ng mga predators. They are looking dito specifically. So may marami pong mga games na meron silang open access sa world, mga bata. So just know that they could talk to strangers, and yung mga predators na to, they could prey on them, they could groom them. Wala pong automatic na magsasabi sa mga anak natin na naglalaro sa online game na, hey, maghubad ka online, bibigyan ka. Walang mangyayari ganun. But there's a grooming process na ginagawa ng mga predator. Unti-unti, kukunin nila yung tiwala mo. Unti-unti, may intindihan ka, hahanapin nila yung mga kahinaan. And when these kids may very vulnerable situation, they can be lured in unti-unti and to be able to do things na ayaw nilang mangyari. Just know na yun yung isang pinaka-avenue ng mga predators. And I don't know if you follow Tim Ballard. Si Tim Ballard, isa po siyang founder and organizer ng OUR, Operation Underground Railroad. So ang OUR po, so si Tim Ballard, they listen sa dark web, and they are able to trace na yung mga predators, they are talking and they're saying na itong COVID-19, itong lockdown is the perfect time para sa kanila. This is their time to feast. Parang buffet sa kanila ito dahil lahat ng mga bata is online. And they are so happy. And we just need to be aware na yun po ang pag-iisip ng mga predators ngayon. And know that if you let your kids have full access online walang parental guidance, I'm not saying na masama online kasi there's a lot of good things that and meron ako mga kaibigan that's their way of living is they play online. I'm not saying na masama yung online, pero we have to be, as parents, we have to be aware and make sure that you have a strong foundation sa mga anak natin and their parental guidance habang naglalaro sila online. And we have to be able to talk about these things, these specific things na pinag-uusapan natin to them normally. I think it's so important. Yeah, salamat po.
Very interesting po yung nabanggit po
Yeah,
ninyo.
that is real kasi we ourselves had this experience with our son. Actually, a few months ago, hindi naman we know that he's playing, but we didn't know that he's in this chat room with, I don't know, I don't want to name it, pero there is a chat room for gamers. And then, one time, sabi namin, mukhang nag-iibang attitude ng anak natin ito, 12 years old. And then, we asked his permission then, and then he said na it's okay then. And then we checked yung mga chats, and then we were surprised na ganun pala yung mga pinag-uusapan nila.
Yeah.
So, we
Totoo po yung
we took
nabanggit
that
po ninyo
down.
na yung mga magagaling po talaga sa ganyang mga bagay, ginugroom po talaga nila sa discussion yung mga bata. Akala natin,
Absolutely.
kukunin nila sa
At first,
games
akala
muna.
nila they are players,
Yes.
kalaro nila, and then, yeah, step by step, naludor talaga nila.
Yeah, and madaling itago kasi sasabihin lang nila sa magulang nila, naglalaro lang ako. Pero you don't know, it's more than gaming. You know, the gaming world is very different from the gaming world nung kabataan natin. Hindi lang in Nintendo. Pero ngayon, it's very different. The people that logs in those there could really influence yung pag-iisip ng mga anak natin. So we have to be aware. And like what I said, we just have to stay close to Spirit, to the Lord. And our relationship with God is the most important thing. And then I know that the Lord will guide us sa mga ganitong bagay. The Spirit will tell you kung meron bang hindi maganda, you will feel it, and you just need to learn how to follow those promptings. And the more we follow those promptings, the more the Lord could guide us and help us through this crazy pandemic and crazy lockdown na nangyayari.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to be sensitive on the promptings and at the same time act on it.
Napakaganda po talaga yung intentional parenting talaga. Yung sa aming anak, nakakatuwa kasi open siya sa amin. So, we were able to help him. So, totoo po yung sinabi po ninyo, Junell, na yung guidance sa mga magulang, wag po nating hayaan na sa ilang oras sila na nakatutok sa online. Kinakailangan din natin i-check. At the same time, kumustahin kung sino ba yung mga kausap nila.
Yeah, sometimes we can also be good at pretending, no?
Exactly. Mas magaling sila sa ating pagminsan.
Absolutely. And para sa I won't blame them. I'm not putting shame sa mga magulang who let their kids, play online, and I think na that's okay. Pero I think na we have to understand talaga and understand what they're doing, and moderation. Anything that's too much is not good para sa isip natin. And then you could read studies about mga bata and about screens, not just gaming but screen, mobile phone, how hard it is para sa utak ng mga bata. And even as adults, we could feel the effects of it. If we go online too much, if we do this, itong action na ito too much sa cellphone, we could feel how it affects us sa araw-araw, on how we communicate sa spouse natin, how we communicate sa mga anak natin. We just need to be aware. I don't put shame. Alam ko madali sa mga magulang minsan dahil sa hirap, dahil may mga kailangan tayong gawin. O sige, sa iPad ka na lang muna. O sige, maglaro ka muna dyan. It's the easiest thing. But that's how the adversary gets us, is we become too comfortable in things like that. And I don't think it's the end of the world. I think sa lahat, kasi I feel like I don't want to make people feel guilty kung nagagawa nila yan, because you don't have to feel guilty. That's just the generation. We're all figuring this out together, but as soon as you're aware, you could do something about it. And if you're aware, you could share it to other people. We just need to keep moving forward in what the Lord would like us to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are some comments here po.
Sige po.
Sabi ni Lore Barredo, even TikTok po ba dangerous?
Yeah. I think it is, but that's just my opinion. I think anything with too much that's all we do. Any kind form of addiction, anything na we feel like addicted, and it's kind of like ruling. Kasi may mga tao talaga that's all they could do is TikTok na lang ng TikTok, and it's affecting all the things na they could do much more productive. So if it's hindering us to be productive, and we are being lured sa addictive behaviors, I think that's the dangerous part. And it could be anything. It could be food. It could be, anything that's addictive. I think it's a dangerous path.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, we are learning a lot here.
Yes.
And we are inspired. Marami tayong dapat na gawin, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So before we end, could you please say hi sa ating mga viewers ngayon?
Yes.
Yeah, hello po ulit sa mga nakikinig. Si Junell po ito. Nagpapasalamat ako sa kay Brother and Sister Padilla for inviting us dito po sa Usapang Pamilya. And masaya po ako makibahagi sa inyo. Salamat po sa pakikinig. Kung nag-join lang kayo ngayon, hello po ulit. Salamat po.
The Thomases, Marjorie Gaspar sabi, hi brother.
Oh yeah. Hello. Babalik na tayo sa Lawag ulit. Yeah, magkaka-ward kami sa Ilocos. Yeah. Sila Brother Tomas. Yeah, kamusta po? Yeah, I'm excited to go back diyan. Yeah, salamat.
Actually, napakarami po nating napag-usapan at napaka-healthy discussion kasi kailangan po talaga na pag-usapan ngayon yung mga bagay-bagay na to kasi hindi nga po ito napag-uusapan. Pero kung every time na nagkakaroon tayo ng regular discussion ng ganito, nagiging aware ang bawat isa, lalo na yung mga magulang. At nawa-warn din yung mga magulang kung paano sila maging intentional ng mga magulang sa kanilang mga anak.
Yeah. Right. So,
Salamat po.
Actually, maraming salamat, Junell, for giving us the favor for joining us. Actually, blessing ito para po sa amin at para po sa mga viewers natin ngayon.
Yeah, salamat din po for the invite at least napag-usapan natin, Invite me anytime. I love talking about these things kasi this is our life. This is what we do. And our goal is to go from town to town, school to school, to talk about these things. And Annie, if you want to invite Annie, feel free, let us know. I'm sure she'll be happy to share some things with you.
Invite her with you, dalawa kayo, so it will be a nice discussion then.
Yeah. And si Julie, yung asawa ko, She's
Yes.
a lot smarter sa akin. Wala sila ngayon dito eh, umalis sila. Kaya ako lang mag-isa dito ngayon.
What can we
Pero
share?
pero hindi siya marunong magtagalog, yung asawa ko. So mano-nosebleed tayong lahat. Yeah.
Okay lang po yun.
Oras na ba dyan, Junel?
Ano po?
Anong
What time
oras
po?
na?
Ngayon is 8:25. Yeah,
25.
ng
Wow.
umaga.
10:25 p.m. po
It's
dito.
20:25 na. Oh yeah, time to go to bed.
Yeah, right. Pero ang dami pang mga nagpapahay dito. Anyway, don't
Yeah.
worry because we're
Yes.
going to invite Junel ulit.
Yes, babalik siya ulit
Sige po.
dito sa ating usapang pamilya kasi marami pa tayong pag-uusapan tungkol sa kanilang adbokasiya.
And we would also like to help in the expansion din.
Dahil marami po kaming kaibigan, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao na mga nakapanood or manunood nito, pwede po namin kayong i-connect sa kanila.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, if you want to help, this is more than us, and we could get the help. All we need, all the help that we can get, we'll be happy to have it. And this is not ours personally. We don't own this, but this is just something that we feel like it's needed sa Pilipinas. And if you feel called to be part of this work, please let us know. And that's the amazing part about doing this thing. Kasi lahat ito is not possible just us. But to see yung iba-ibang mga tao who they felt like, oh, I could help you with this, I could help you with that. And for me, yun yung pinaka-inspiring sa akin. Kasi nung una, ayoko talagang gawin to build lighthouse. Sabi ko, wala tayong experience. Yung asawa ko gusto niya nang mag-move sa Pilipinas, hindi pa siya nakakapuntang Pilipinas, gusto niya na mag-move diyan. Sabi ko, hindi mo alam ang buhay sa Pilipinas. Pero for me, the more that we move forward, the more I see people that are prepared. Not by us, but they are prepared by the Lord, but on their own way to be part and be here at the right time and the right moment. It's amazing for me to watch yung lahat ng mga bagay come together. And gusto ko lang sabihin, I know God lives. Sa lahat ng to is because God lives and God cares about sa mga bata. He cares about these children and He wants these children to be rescued, to be saved, and to be healed. If we don't do it, somebody else will. So if you feel called to do, if you feel the Spirit telling you that you need to be part of this, please listen to that Spirit. Don't listen to me. Because I'm not, I'm just a tao lang po ako. Pero I know the Lord will guide those people that needs to be part of this work. And I know that you can do a lot of great things if you do follow that voice. Yeah. Salamat po.
Napaka-inspiring at napaka-healthy na discussion natin. And yeah, totoo yun that we know that God lives talaga. At mahal niya ang bawat isa sa atin. Kahit yung mga manonood natin yan, kahit iba-iba yung religion po natin.
We know that we are brothers and
we are
sisters.
brothers and sisters.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, salamat po. And lahat tayo, iba-iba yung talent natin. Lahat tayo, we are blessed with different talents. And only you and the Lord knows what you can do to be able to best serve mga anak niya dito sa mundo. Like kayo po, you're doing this usapang lockdown. This is amazing. This is great na maraming mga tao that would need this and be really grateful. And I hope that years down the road, you'll see the fruits ng mga, because you started this usapang pamilya. And I hope that I wish you all the best din po. And sana po magpatuloy po ito para mas marami tayong matulungan ng mga nangangailangan.
Yes. Thank you so much, Junell. Lalo mo kaming pinahanga.
Yes.
So ngayon, hindi natin pinahangaan si
No.
Sambag.
Hindi lang siya hero sa movie eh.
Yes.
Hero siya sa real life with his team, with his family. So let's join him. Sa kanilang advocacy.
Yes, salamat po.
Yes, so we are not only impressed with the young Sambag, no? Of course, the grown up, the real Junell Hernando.
Yeah.
So thank you so much once again, everyone, for joining us. And stay tuned kasi makakasama ulit natin si
Yes,
Junell
Of course,
with his
kasama
team.
niya at saka ang kanyang wife.
Yeah, sure.
Namin
Sige,
ma-meet
sige po.
ang inyong pamilya, yung mga kids in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, sige po. Yeah. My wife has a lot more good things to say than I do. Yeah, kung wala yung asawa ko, I don't know where I would be. Honestly, I'm grateful. Isa sa mga tips sa mga single, you know, find a good wife. That's how you become successful sa buhay.
You agree with that?
Yes, of course. 100%.
Di ba? Yeah. Thank you.
So yan ang aabangan nila.
Yes,
Sino nga ba ang wife ni
of
Junell?
course. Excited lahat.
Pangalan niya si Julie. Yeah. So, i-volunteer ko na siya. Yeah. So, we'll find the time. So, you guys could talk to her, ask her questions. I think she would love that and she'll be able to express. Kasi karamihan sa Pilipinas, ako lang nagsasalita dahil hindi siya nagtatagalog. Pero I think if we give her a chance to speak, she would love that, I think.
It's our pleasure po to really listen sa inyo pong wife.
Yes, and if you have some photos to show, we can
Yes.
also, during our discussion, we can screen share and show some photos of your activities then. That will be more interesting.
Sige po. Yeah, we can prepare that.
Yes. So thank you so much everyone for
joining us
joining
dito sa
us.
Usapang Pamilya. Maraming salamat sa ating napaka-special na guest, Junell Hernando. Thank you po sa napakagandang mensahe para po sa ating lahat. So again, see you soon or see you sa susunod na mga discussion natin.
And tomorrow, don't forget to
Yes.
watch. We are going to have a live discussion then with Arce Morales,
Yes,
a very successful
ito
Philippine entrepreneur.
Ito ay nag-umpisa lang sa napakasimpleng buhay dito sa Canada. At ngayon may mga company na siya dito sa Canada. At i-share niya yung experience niya sa mga viewers natin. Kung may mga katanungan kayo, please join us bukas para ma-inspire tayo ni Mr. RC. Okay? So
Yes.
again, see you tomorrow. Bye!
Okay, salamat po. Bye.